Welcome back, everybody, to Conjury. It's more than the cards and master the cards. All the parts of the Conjury series that are here on our Conjury Thursdays. Hope everyone is doing really good. Hope you are enjoying my STGs, my playthroughs, my individual cards, kind of like blowouts, so you get to understand everything about Conjury. All here on Thursdays, your Conjury headquarters. The only place in the interwebs, that you can find everything you need for Conjuring. But anyway, hope all of you are doing quite well. Hope you're enjoying this. By the time this one goes up, it should be almost July. I've actually recorded quite a bit of stuff on Thursdays. My new compartmentalization kind of aspect is definitely doing well for the channel. Anyway, we're playing the shell game. This is part 2. If you want to check out my other shell game episodes, they'll be on the playlist. So if you are a new person to Conjury, it's a card roguelike with RPG elements, story. It's definitely one of the best games on the market as far as RPG, roguelike difficulty settings, and just immersive gameplay, and definitely replay value. So replay value, immersion, humor, roguelike techniques and tactics. This game is probably number 1 out of any game I've ever played. Its strategy is basically ultra tight. So you're never going to find a game that's got any tighter strategy than this game. The developer's name is Coulter, and they are absolutely amazing. And of course, you can check out my description to find everything you need, including big shout out to MyNoise for the beautiful music that's playing in the background. I thought I'd just play a little kind of all over, I'm playing like, excuse me one second, I'm reaching for my coffee and I don't want to knock it over. Sorry, we're going to have to take a walk to the kitchen to get my coffee. But yeah, I wanted to play a little music from MyNoise that was a little bit not measured, not like musical per se. I wanted it to be a little kind of different, mysterious, kind of like not sullen, but then again, not overly happy. Not a lot of Tweety birds, so because sometimes in the morning I'm in the mood for something more themed, you know. But sometimes I like nature, birds, woodpeckers. But if you are looking for the things I just mentioned, you can find all of those on MyNoise. Check out their lifetime package. It is absolutely fantastic. It's extremely inexpensive. They're always having sales. And of course, swing by the App Store and rate MyNoise 5 stars. And of course, rate Dean Coulter's Conjury 5 stars. And don't forget to mention Gamedoubletap, the channel that describes absolutely everything in your review. Let them know that you found it here. You've listened to several hundred episodes here, and that is why you chose to get the game, purchase the game, stay playing the game. So I really appreciate that credit. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Well, we have 2 shells. I think we managed to get 2 shells. We're playing Quill, and yeah, we're back. We're on Quill. We beat Kita on Platinum, and yeah, I did it with a Nimble. Nimble's completely broken. It's one of my favorite weapons, and it's the God card. Shell is not the guard card, not the God card, but it is quite powerful. We are attempting to refine our shell game deck. So what we're looking for here is obviously the 2 things we have already, the shell offhand weapon. It's technically considered a weapon, and we have 2 of those. What else are we looking for? We're definitely looking for Coulter, the card that can do damage to the enemy based on its attack. We're looking for Identify, which will increase the enemy's attack, will make the enemy's attack equal to their health. And of course, if the enemy hits our shield, they will hit themselves back if they're blocked. so they automatically kill themselves. So it's really, Identify is a great card. You're going to want to run 3 to 4 of those. Counter is another excellent card. You're going to run maybe 2 of those. Don't get too crazy with counter. Anyway, counter is not a bad card. Even if the enemy has 2 attack, counter just becomes like a punch in the face. It isn't a terrible card no matter what. And often bosses hit for 4, so if you run counter, it's a 1 mana cost 4 damage card, which isn't great, but it isn't horrible either. What else are we looking for in this deck? We don't really know. We've been playing with Shell for the last month, so there's a lot of cool things I'm learning about it. Of course, we have our Witch's Brew, Conjury coffee. I thought it'd be $10. Oh man. Witch is charging a lot of money for her coffee. That's how I make my money. Hey, inflation. Watch those political issues, Witch. Inflation's just part of the economic situation in a capitalist society. Inflation's just a part of life. It comes and it goes. All right. Enough of our silliness, Let's go ahead and let's see what I have. I have a couple of noisemakers just sitting around. I'm going to keep it nice and mellow today. If I see something really cool happen, I might drop a little sound here. But again, thank you so much for joining me here in the channel. If you like this content, you like my just calm banter, you can always like and subscribe, and that is very much appreciated. All right, let's get into where we are.
Options bar, coins, map screen, location battle, floor 1, disable, location event, floor 2, location battle, floor 2.
Okay, so we can go battle.
Location event, floor 2.
Or we can go event. I've had no luck with
Double tap to
events.
select.
I've had no luck with events, so if we die, we just die. So let's go ahead and go for...
Location battle, floor 2.
Let's go for battle.
Options bar, your turn, options. Button. Double tap to select. Zombie, attack 2.
Here we got zombie.
This enemy intends to attack you. Health 8/8.
8/8 health.
Player info, your hand, shell, mana cost
Okay,
3.
let's put the
Shield
shell
block.
on.
Select a target, equip left. Fire, mana cost 1, action, he, deal 2 damage. Player info, left weapon, shell, shield block, 5, durability, 2, deflect any block damage back at the attacker.
So it can block up to
Button.
5 damage.
Double tap to select.
And it only has 2 durability. So what are we looking for? We are definitely looking to improve its durability. We're looking to upgrade it at the altar, and we're looking to put 2 of them on each battle. What we're trying to do here is not use any weapons. The only weapon we're going to use is shell. That is our mission. My microphone is swinging forward for some reason today. It's going to be a sweaty hot summer here. It was almost 100 degrees yesterday in Sacramento. My Queen Angel and me went out to pizza. We had smoothies. We definitely had a fantastic time. The first daughter came by to say hi. We were at our local restaurant. We made a wonderful family. They had a 16-month-old and a 3-year-old. They were absolutely adorable. The father was absolutely, he was just a sweet guy. And the mom was super, super kind and caring. And they were just a lovely family of 4. Queen Angel and me, Marissa, were just sitting around having some, we were having a couple of sips of IPA. I gave her the junk food cookies. So I did the Lady in the Tramp thing. I did the tramp thing and I nudged the cookie over to Marissa. So I did my Lady in the Tramp move. I ate her pizza though, so I did a totally jerk move and ate half her pizza because I didn't know it was a cheese pizza. But eventually I gave her half of my Hawaiian pizza. So we had a slice of pepperoni, a slice of Hawaiian, and a slice of cheese. Couple Coke Zeros and an IPA. So it was we had a good time. Super good. Angel 2 came by and she was going to go check out this ghost thing where you go on a ghost tour of Sacramento, which is kind of fun. Originally, we were going to do that ghost tour when we went on family vacation to Santa Cruz. But what wound up happening is that it was booked out in Santa Cruz, so we wind up not getting to do it. So Angel 2 took her sister, Angel 3, and they went out to engage. I think they wind up at the Ferris wheel, so they had a good time. There's a Ferris wheel here in Sacramento in Old Town, which is really fun. What I like about what I love about Old Town Sac is that there's so many cool things. It's like a fair running 24 hours a day. It's really quite amazing. Marissa and I are going to be going out to Old Town to do some relaxation and real cool, maybe get some dinner. It depends on what we have. It's also Father's Day month coming up. By the time you listen to this, Father's Day is probably already passed. Hope you had an amazing Father's Day. So yeah, by the time you hear this one, it's going to be almost July 4th. So just want to throw that out to you. Happy 4th of July for this nation's birthday, and happy Father's Day belated, or whenever you're watching this. Happy Mother's Day belated if you've already just started watching my channel. Appreciate you for that. All right, let's keep going here.
Your hand. Fire. Mana cost 1. Action. Heat. Deal 2 damage. Freeze. Player info. Right web. Health 15/15. Heat 0. Mana 1/4.
We got 1 mana left, so we don't really need to do much.
Your hand. Bottom bar. End turn.
What I try to do with the deck is to turn my pyro into blocks. So I become very defensive, and defensiveness seems to be very effective. If I do have to resort to turning things into melting things, that's okay too.
End turn. Your hand. Fire. Mana. Select a target. Target zombie. Health 8/8.
Oh, actually, I don't want to hit this creature.
Double tap to select.
I guess it's going to drop a bunch of those goopy zombie parts.
Cancel. Cancel.
And I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to draw cards.
Bottom bar. Enter. Draw a card. End turn. Your hand. Stupor. Mana cost 1.
Oh,
action.
yeah.
Confuse an enemy and draw a card.
So we have Stupor. Stupor
Double
is
tap to select.
so fun. See, I love Stupor and Dose. So Stupor, S-T-U-P-O-R, I suppose, and Dose is D-O-S-E. So Dose does 2 damage and confuses the enemy 100%. And Stupor does 1, I think Stupor confuses the enemy, does no damage, and you draw 1 card. Both are absolutely fantastic and very pivotal to a shell game deck, because you want the enemy confused, you want them slamming into your shield, you want them hurting each other from identify, because what you're trying to do is give one enemy a whole lot of attack and make it confused. So it won't attack you, it might attack you, but it will also attack its allies. And then what you do is you keep that one enemy alive. It's great. Basically, you have an ally to fight the enemy. I think a great card would be Control Demon or something, which means you can control one enemy the whole battle. I think that'd be great, and then you can see what special attacks it has. I think that'd be great if they ever did Conjury 2. One of the cool cards should be Control Demon, Control Monster, Control Angel, Control Beast, Control Human. That would be fun.
Bottom bar. End turn.
Control Goblin.
End turn. Draw a card. Disable. End turn. Enemy turn. Stupor. Knight appears. Your turn. Bottom bar. End. Your hand. Fire. Mana
I'm
cost
gonna
1.
Stupor
Action.
tonight.
Deal. Stupor. Mana cost. Select a target. Target Knight. Health 8/8. Fire. Mana cost 1. Bottom bar. Enter. Your hand. Fire. Mana cost. Select a target. Target Knight. Health 8/8. Fire. Mana cost. Bottom bar. Enter. Your hand. Fire.
I
Mana
gotta
cost
get
1.
my
Action. Select
fire
a target.
to
Target Knight. Health 6/ Target zombie.
defense.
Health 6. Cancel. Target zombie. Health 6/8. Target Knight. Health 6/8. Revenge. Mana. Bottom bar. Enter. Your hand. Revenge. Mana cost 5. Action. Fire. Mana cost 1. Select a target. Target Knight. Health 4/8. Revenge. Mana cost 5. Bottom bar. Enter. Draw a card. Disabled.
Okay, we're good.
Your hand. Revenge. Mana cost 5. Bottom bar. End turn. Enemy
And
turn.
now our Revenge is a card that's going to get cheaper every time
Zombie
we
deals 3
block
damage to you.
damage.
Shocker appears.
But I
Your
think
turn.
they just broke my shell.
Bottom bar. End. Your hand. Fire. Mana cost 1. Fire. Mana cost 1. Button. Select a target. Target Knight. Health 1/8.
He's got 1 health. Let's just kill him all.
Knight defeated. +2
Okay,
points.
now we're on
Revenge.
defensive
Mana cost 4.
fire.
Action. Bottom bar. Weapon box.
See
Go to
if
your
we
deck.
get ourselves something interesting.
Dagger. Mana cost 2. Sickle. Mana cost 2. Weapon. Vanquisher. Mana cost 3.
Nothing
Weapon.
really
Attack. 4.
good.
Durability. 2. Wily Quip. Get both effects from your choose 1 cards.
I do like Vanquisher in this deck.
Double
I'm
tap to
just going
select.
to get 1. But I said I would do all defensive cards. But the reason why I like Vanquisher is because I can get Solidify. Solidify would be great. Of course, the other part would be I would put Home, H-O-M-E, on Vanquisher, and I would put Solidify on Shell. Again, that's a great setup, and I think I will take it.
Draw a card. Vanquisher. Mana cost. Options. Zombie. Attack 2. shocker, player info, your hand, bottom bar, options bar, option, zombie, shocker, player info, left weapon, nothing equip, your hand, revenge, mana cost 4, action, fire, mana cost, vanquisher, select a target, equip left, equip right, revenge, mana cost, bottom bar, end turn, draw a card, disable, end turn, enemy turn. Zombie deals 2 damage to you. Shocker deals 2 damage to you. High voltage. Low chances of survival. Coulter appears. Your turn.
One of the problems with a Quill deck is that you don't have very much defense.
Bottom bar. End turn. Your hand. Revenge. Mana cost 4. Action. Fire. Mana cost 1. Select a target. Target ogre. Attack 5.
Oh god, we're gonna ogre.
Button. Revenge. Mana cost 4. Action.
And
deal 6 damage.
we've been
cost 1 less for each time you have blocked with the shield this battle.
Hit with paralysis.
Bottom bar. End your hand. Daze. Mana
This
cost
is
2.
very
Action.
bad.
Select a target. Target ogre. Health 9/9. Revenge. Mana cost 4. Bottom bar. End your hand. Fire. Mana cost. Select a target. Target ogre. Attack 5. Revenge. Mana cost. Bottom bar. End your hand. Revenge. Mana cost 4. Action. Player info. Your hand. Revenge. Bottom bar. End turn. Draw a card.
Draw
Button.
a card.
End turn. Your hand. Fire. Bottom bar. End turn. Draw a card. Disabled. Options bar. Ogre. Zombie. Shocker. Player info.
We're
Your
gonna
hand.
take
Revenge.
so much
Mana
damage.
cost 4. Bottom bar. End turn.
Let's use
Your hand.
our
Revenge.
vanquisher.
Player info. Left weapon. Right weapon. Vanquisher. Weapon. Attack. 4. Durability. 2. Select a target. Target ogre. Health 7/9. Right weapon. Your hand. Revenge. Bottom bar. End turn. Enemy turn. Ogre deals 3 damage to ally. Zombie deals 3 damage to you. Shocker deals 3 damage to you. Your turn.
Okay.
Options bar. Options. Ogre. Zombie. Shocker. Player info. Your hand. Bottom bar. Options bar. Ogre. Health 3 zombie. Attack 2. Shocker. Attack. Player info. Left. Your hand. Revenge. Fire. Fire. Bottom bar. End turn. Your hand. Fire. Select a target. Target ogre. Attack 3. Target zombie. Attack 2. Revenge. Mana cost 4. Fire. Mana cost. Select a target. Target ogre. Attack 3. Target zombie. Attack 0. Target shocker. Attack 2. Revenge. Mana cost 3. Bottom bar. End
Okay,
turn.
we're back to fire.
Draw a card.
Trying to get my shell back.
End turn. Your hand. Shell. Mana cost
There
3.
it is.
Shield. Bottom bar. End turn.
Ideally,
Button.
we'd want to use
Double tap to select.
We'd want to use the alter to upgrade the shell. And if we can get our shells cost down to 1 and to 0, magnificent. I don't think that's going to happen though.
Options bar. Options. Ogre. Health 3 zombie. Attack 0. Ogre. Health 3. Options bar. Ogre. Health 3. Zombie. Attacks. Shocker. Attack. Player info. Right weapon. Health 2/15.
Okay, we only have 2 health left, so we're going to die here. But again, I think I can try to show you the deck before I die here.
Your hand. Revenge. Bottom bar. End turn. Draw a card. Options bar. Options. Key. Platinum.
Let's let you see the deck because we are going to die here, it looks like. But I want you to see the deck.
Close. Music volume. Sound effects volume. View inventory.
You didn't get to really see
Button.
much here.
View deck. Status effects. View deck. Close.
Let me at least show you the deck
Button.
before I die here
Double
because
tap to
I
select.
feel like I talked more than you got to see me play.
Cards collected. Fire. Mana cost 1. Disabled. Fire. Mana cost disabled.
So there are 4
Button.
pyres in a Quill
Double
deck.
tap to select. Fire. Mana cost 1. Action.
Oh, 5.
Deal 2. Disabled.
6,
Fire. Mana cost
7,
1. Action. Disabled.
8.
Shell. Mana cost 3.
Okay,
Shield
so
block.
there-
5. Durability. 2.
Quill
Deflect any
deck-
block damage back at the attacker.
The Quill
Disabled.
deck has 8
Button.
pyres, which
Double
actually
tap to select.
become blockers. They become parries when you're on ice, and they become punches in the face, or basically like jabs. They become jabs when you're in fire form. And when you switch over from fire to ice, you do an extra 2 damage to every enemy. So that means you get an extra burst. Some of the cards that are familiar to you might be burst, which means if your fire you pay 4 mana for burst, but it's less based on how much fire you have. So you can get this cost down to 1. You can play blaze, which doesn't work unless your fire is at least at level 2. There's chill. Oh, excuse me. There's chill that only works if you're in ice form and lets you draw 2 cards. There's alter, which fills up your ice meter or your fire meter, and there are other more selective cards that kind of do a lot of things. So anyway, Quill's deck is very specialized. It's simple, it's fun, and there's definitely a lot of different ways to play it. It meshes well with burn decks, so you can play a discard deck. It does pretty well with giant weapons, so it's a little bit of everything. You can even mix it in with a desire deck, which is using all those cards like extract, gleam, and what's the other? Extract, gleam. There's one more. Come on, Michael. Desire. Yeah, so Desire. So yeah, Desire is a great burn card that melds well with a Quill's deck because you get Rush, and Rush RUSH does 4 damage. And Rush is good because you can combine Scallion. And Scallion is a great food card that works really well with Quill. So Quill has tons of burn. All right, let me show you the rest of the cards in Quill's deck.
Daze, Mana Shell, Fire, Mana cost
Okay,
1,
so
Act,
Shell.
Mana cost 3, Shield block, 5, Durability, 2, Deflect any block damage back at the attacker.
So
Disable.
that's going to deflect any
Double tap to
damage back at the attacker, so Shell is our weapon.
Daze, Mana cost 2, Action, Deal 2 damage and confuse the enemy.
This is
Disable.
Daze,
Button.
that's going to...
Double tap to select. Shell, Daze, Mana cost 2, Action, Deal 2 damage and confuse the enemy.
It's going to
Disable.
deal 2 damage and confuse the
Button.
enemy.
Revenge, Mana cost 6, Action, Deal 6 damage. Costs 1 less for each time you have blocked with a shield is saddled.
So Revenge
Disable.
is a card that can go
Button.
to 0.
Double tap to select.
Revenge is a great card. If you get about 3 Revenges in your deck, a Shell deck can be very, very devastating to the enemy. Revenge works great with Mirror. So, and also Revenge works really well with Marble. So the way you would do it is have Marble in your hand, play all your Revenges, and then double tap on Marble. You'll get all your Revenges back, and then play them again. Again, it's fantastic. Also, another thing you could do when you play a Marble deck is have Mirror. So then you have Marble, then you have Mirror, right? So you basically what you do is you play all their Revenges, then you mirror the Marble, okay? Trust me, follow me, this works the best. Now, when you play the Marble, you get back all the Revenges, right? But you've also got another Marble. So you'll get back, because, you know, you've mirrored it, you can play the Revenges again, and then you can Marble again, and get the Revenges back again. And your hand doesn't become too full. So that's the Mirror Marble. Mirror Marbles, the Mirror Marble deck or Marble Mirror deck is quite powerful. It's one of the cute little tricks you can do in the game. And if the Mirror Marble deck works best when you have 0 mana cost cards. And do not overload your hand because remember, Mirror and Marble are gonna take up 2 spots. And then the cards you bring back are going to take up 3 to 4 spots. You can only have 7 cards in your hand before any draw that you make is basically nullified. So it's very important not to screw up your draw. Don't get too greedy. So I will do a Mirror Marble bunch of examples, and I will do a solo card example. So if you want to hear my solo cards, they're in their own special playlist. So they're basically like 5 to 10 minutes. And I show you multiple examples of how you can specialize with certain cards. So, okay, let's finish this deck and then let's go ahead and die.
Pyre, Mana cost 1, Pop disable, Pyre, Pop disable, Pyre, Pop disable, Shell, Mana Daze, Mana Revenge, Mana Stupor, Mana cost 1, Vanquisher, Mana cost 3, Weapon, disable.
That's it. Again,
Double tap to select.
How many cards do you want in a Quill deck? You don't want to go over 15. I would have to say keep it low. I would actually say 16 is the max cards I'd have in a Quill deck. Mostly the Quill deck's going to, if you can remove one of the fires, that'd be great. One of the pyro, I'm gonna call it pyro because I used to love to play that game called Spiral the Dragon. I used to call him Pyro the Dragon. My sons would correct me, Dad, it's Spiral the Dragon, not Pyro the Dragon. I don't know if any of you remember that game called Spiral the Dragon on the PlayStation. It was so fun. But anyway, I hope they put that game with accessibility on a phone or something. I'm pretty sure we can do that game accessible. Well, that game has some pretty nasty jumps. Anyway, yeah, so this deck has to be very small, no more than 16 cards, otherwise you're too slow. You're going to want to, at the shop, you're going to want to upgrade your shells, only your shells. If you bring a Vanquisher in, don't waste your time upgrading it. Just use Extract. So you're going to want to have 3 Revenges, 2 shells, that's 1, 2, 3, that's 2 plus 3, that's 5, that's 13. You're going to have 1 Extract, that's 14, one Vanquisher, that's 15. And let's see, the last card I'd probably have in the deck I'd probably put a marble. The reason why I'd say put a marble in this deck is because we can copy all those revenges, which would be fantastic. Yes, there's another version of this deck. So version 2. Version 2, we're not going to play revenges. We're going to play counters and identifies. You're going to have 3 identifies, 2 shells, 2 counters, maybe 1 marble. So this deck is all about crashing enemies into your shells. And you're also going to want to run 1 Dulce for bosses so you can keep bosses slowed down. So again, there's a lot of different versions of the shell game you can play. It just depends on how you want to play. Do you want to counter punch or you just want to burn? It's up to you. This deck doesn't have a lot of defense, so you need to decide how you're going to play it right away. And again, when you get to the altar, upgrade your shell. What are the trinkets you should add to this deck? So there are many trinkets that are very effective here. Anything that can do damage to the enemy is fantastic. The number 1, you're going to get the tentacle. You need to confuse your enemies. So tentacle is fantastic. The soul burn card or whatever, the soul burn trinket, anything that makes it so that when Quill can burn you, it's very effective. You're going to want Quill to always be able to do fire damage to his enemies. So yes, Quill, get the burn card. Be able to burn enemies. So burn. Also, get the poisoner card, the trinket that lets you poison enemies. So that's 2 damage from burn, 1 damage from a poison, and then plus the other monsters are hitting each other. So every effect you can get on the enemy. Another great card is any card that causes paralysis. So you want all 4 status ailments on your enemies. It is fantastic. Don't forget, they're also being hit back by shell. And if you're hitting them with your fire cards, it's just a annihilation. So yes, that's pretty much a Quill deck. You don't want your deck big. Keep it 16 or under. Focus on cards that cause status effects. Do very small amounts of damage. Don't overdo it. Don't waste time putting weapons in your deck. Don't do it. A shell deck doesn't use a lot of weapons. Its weapons are its shells. You can also go with 1 shell. You don't need 2. So if your deck is a little bloaty, just get 1 shell. Is Equip good? Equip is great in this deck. It's a 0-cost card. And yes, Equip is a great way to get 2 shells on. Every time an enemy hits a shell, the next enemy doesn't hit the shell. So remember, if you don't want the enemies hitting you, put on 2 shells. Now, if there are 3 enemies, the first 2 will hit your shells, the third one will hit you. Make sure you protected yourself. That's where you've got to think about using your pyros. So use your pyros on enemies who have high attacks. If you're running the version 2 of this deck with Identify, then you're going to want to confuse one enemy, then you're going to want to give it Identify, make its attack really high, and then hopefully it starts smashing the face of all its friends. So that's a great deck, but you better have a shell on in case it decides to hit you. All right, let's go back.
Vanquisher, Monic, Stoop, Revenge, Just, Shell, Pop, Disable, Fire, Pop, Disable, Fire, Monic, Pop, Disable, Cards collected, Close. View deck. View inventory, Sound effect, Music volume, Close. Options.
All right,
Button.
let's get out of here.
Double tap to select, Ogre, Health 3/9, Zombie, Shocker, Player info, your hand, Revenge,
I'm not
Mana
going to
cost
make
3,
it past
action,
this.
Deal 6
so.
damage, Shell, Mana cost, bottom bar, end turn, draw a card.
Let's go draw a card.
Double tap to select, end turn, your hand, Stupor, Mana cost, not enough mana.
No.
Bottom bar, end turn, draw a card. Disabled, end turn, enemy turn. Ogre is asleep, your turn.
Oh wow, we actually survived.
Options bar, option, Ogre, attack, Zombie, Shocker, Player info, your hand, bottom bar, end, your hand, Fire, Mana cost 1,
Let's
action,
go,
P,
Stupor.
Stupor, Mana, select a target, target Ogre, Health 3/9. Target Zombie, Health 4/8. Revenge, Mana cost 3, act, bottom bar, your hand, Fire, Mana cost 1, action, select a target, target Ogre, Health 3/9. Target Zombie, Health 4/8. Revenge, Mana cost, bottom bar, your hand, Rotten Meat, Mana cost, Fire, Mana cost, select a target, target Ogre, Health 3/9. Target Zombie, Health 2/8.
Kill the
Revenge,
zombie.
defeated, plus, bottom bar, Food bag. Add to your hand. Pepper, Mana cost 1.
Oh, we got a
Food.
pepper,
Give all your equipment
good.
plus 2 durability.
Peppers.
Can only be used once.
Pepper's one of
Button.
your best foods
Double
to
tap to
get.
select.
You're going to want to use pepper on any of your shells, preferably when 2 of them are equipped, one in your left, one in your right. But if you can't, put it on. You don't want to lose your shells. They're very expensive.
Garlic, Mana cost 0. Food. Clear all of your status effects. Can only be used once.
Garlic is okay.
Button.
If you get burned,
Double tap to select.
you're going to want to remove burn right away. Burn and poison are very bad for you. Also, you don't want to be confused because most of your cards are action cards. You're not going to be attacking, so being confused would pretty much wreck you.
Garlic, mana cost 0. Eggplant, mana cost 0. Food, restore 12 health and lose 1 mana for the rest of this battle. Can only be used once.
Eggplant is great
Button.
because you're not
Double
going
tap to select.
You're not going to be putting on very many weapons, but of course if you do 2 eggplants, you can't equip a shell. So that's why it's important to get your shells down to 0 cost. I'm going to take eggplant.
Garlic, eggplant.
Because
mana
we're
cost
really
6.
low in
Options.
health.
Options. Button, ogre, attack 4. Shocker, attack 3. Player info, right weapon, health 2/15. Your hand, revenge, mana cost 3. Action, shell, mana cost, rotten meat, mana cost, eggplant, mana cost, revenge, mana cost 3. Bottom bar, end turn, draw a card.
Let's
End
go
turn,
with
your hand, rotten meat, shell, mana cost, revenge, mana cost 3. Action, shell, rotten meat, mana, bottom bar, end turn, draw a card.
just draw a card.
End turn, your hand, fire, mana cost 1. Not enough mana.
Okay, we have no more turn.
Player info, left weapon, nothing equipped. Right weapon, vanquisher, weapon, attack, 4, durability, 1, while equipped. Get both effects from your
Let's,
weapon, right
vanquisher.
weapon, vanquisher, select a target, target ogre, health 3/9.
Let's kill the ogre,
Right
because
weapon,
I don't want to hit
defeated.
us.
Your hand, bottom bar, loot bag. Add to your deck. Desire, mana cost 2, action,
cool,
choose
Desire's
1. Deal
for-
4 damage or block 4 damage.
Desire is good, but
Double tap
we
to
don't
select.
have a lot of space in our deck, so we can't.
Sharpen, mana cost 2, action, give a weapon +3 attack.
Sharpen doesn't work,
Button.
we're not trying to use
Double tap to
that.
select, alter, mana cost 1, action, fill your heat or freeze meter.
We don't need altar,
Draw a card.
so we'll just draw a card.
Options. Shocker. Player info. Your hand. Bottom bar. Options bar. Options. Options. Shocker. Player info. Your hand. Revamp. Bottom bar. End turn. Your hand. Fire. Mana cost.
Okay,
Not enough
fire.
mana. Bottom bar. End turn.
Center
Enemy
turn.
turn. Shocker deals 3 damage to you. Pop. Exploder appears. Your turn.
Okay, the shockers and exploders are all bad.
Bottom bar. End turn.
Because being
Double tap to
under
select.
paralysis is bad.
Your hand. Vanquisher. Mana cost 3. Weapon. Attack. 4. Durability. Player info. Your hand. Revenge. Mana cost 3. Action. Shell. Mana cost. Rotten meat. Shell.
Just
Mana
put a
cost. Select a
shell.
target. Equip left. Revenge. Mana cost 3. Rotten meat. Mana fire. Mana cost 1. Not enough mana. Bottom bar. End turn.
End of turn.
Enemy turn. Shocker deals 2 damage to you. Pop. Serpent appears. I got a killer squeeze. Bottom bar. Options bar. Options.
Serpent's very bad.
Options. Exploder. Serpent. Shocker. Attack 3. Player info. Left web. Your hand. Revenge. Rotten meat. Mana cost. Revenge. Mana cost 2. Action. Deal
Revenge
6
is
damage.
getting
Cost 1 left.
lower.
Rotten meat. Fire. Mana cost. Fire. Mana cost. Vanquisher. Mana cost 3. Weapon. Fire. Mana. Select a target. Target exploder. Health 6/9. Revenge. Mana cost 2. Rotten meat. Mana. Revenge. Mana. Rotten meat. Fire. Mana. Select a target. Target exploder. Health 4 / Revenge. Mana cost 2. Act. Rotten meat. Mana cost. Bottom bar. End. Your hand. Fire. Mana cost. Select a target. Target exploder. Health 4 / Revenge. Exploder defeated. Plus
Got
2
him.
coins. Shocker
Woohoo.
defeated. Plus 2 coins.
Double
Revenge.
kill.
Mana cost 2.
Double
Action. Deal 6
kill.
damage. Cost 1 less for each time you have blocked with a shield this battle. Bottom bar. End turn. Food bag.
Let's get our food
Add to your
back.
hand.
An apple would be great.
Sweet corn. Mana cost 0. Food. Reduce the cost of 2 cards in your hand by 1. Can only be used once.
Apples are not bad.
Button.
I mean,
Double tap to select.
sweet corn's not bad. It's one of my favorite vegetables.
Tomato. Mana cost 1. Food. Give all equipped weapons plus 3 damage. Can only be used once.
We never need tomatoes in this deck.
Banana. Mana cost 0. Food. Gain plus 2 mana this turn. Can only be used once.
Banana's good. Let's take
Button.
banana.
Draw a card. Banana. Mana cost food bag.
And we got 2 food bags.
Bottom bar. Food bag.
Let's go find out what the second food
Button.
bag is.
Add to your hand. Pumpkin. Mana cost 0. Food. Restore 10 health and discard 3 cards from your hand.
That's
Can only
very
be used
good.
once.
If our hand's
Button.
really empty, this
Double
is
tap
really
to select.
good.
Avocado. Mana cost 0. Food. Add a stone to your deck. Can only be used once.
Is avocado good? Yeah.
Double tap to select.
It's pretty good. It's just free damage. One mana for 5 points of damage. It's not bad. It's not a bad card.
Lemon. Mana cost 0. Food. Add a random spell to your hand from any class. It costs 1.
Don't
Can only
waste
be
your
used
time.
once.
I found that lemon's
Button.
not very effective.
Double tap to select. Draw a card. Lemon. Avocado. Pumpkin. Mana
Let's
cost
take
0.
pumpkin.
Food. Options. Button. Double
No
tap to
matter
select.
what, pro tip number 1, stay alive. That's it. Nothing needs to be added to that statement.
Serpent. Player info. Left web. Serpent. Options bar. Option. Serpent. Attack 2. This attack will health 5. Player info. Right weapon. Health 7/15. Your hand. Revenge. Mana
Let's
cost 2.
go.
Action. Rotten meat. Mana cost 0. Vanquisher. Mana cost 3. Weapon. Attack. Banana. Mana cost 0. Food. Revenge.
Let's go
Mana cost 2.
banana.
Action. Deals bottom bar. End turn. Your hand. Revenge.
It's time
Mana
to
cost
use
2.
revenge.
Select a target. Target serpent. Health 5/9. Rotten meat. Serpent defeated.
Kill that
Plus 2.
serpent.
Bottom bar. Food bag. Add to your hand. Grapes. Mana cost 0.
Oh, cool. We
Action.
got grapes.
Draw a carrot. Mana cost 0.
Carrot.
Garlic. Mana cost 0.
We'll take
Grapes. Mana cost 0. Action.
grapes.
Draw a card. Options.
Because Grapes is
Button.
going to give us one
Double tap to
really
select.
cheap card, but I think we
Options.
won.
Player info. Your hand.
I actually
Bottom
thought
me.
we were gonna
Mana cost
die.
zero. Bottom bar. And your hand. Grapes. Bottom me.
Just in
Mana cost
case,
zero.
a straw.
Bottom bar. End turn. Your hand. Daze. Mana cost 1.
Oh,
Action.
cool.
Deal 2. Pumpkin. Mana cost 0. Vanquisher. Mana cost 3. Weapon. Not enough mana. Rotten meat. Mana cost 0. Player info. Mana 1/3. Your hand. Bottom bar. End turn. Draw a card.
Draw a card.
End turn. Your hand. Fire. Mana cost 1.
Cool.
Action.
I think we
Deal 2
win.
damage.
Let's
Freeze.
end our
Block
turn.
2 damage. Daze. Mana cost 1. Bottom bar. End turn. Enemy turn. Mana 0 Exploder appears. Ogre appears. Your
Oh,
turn.
we did have more enemies, and that's pro tip number 2. If you don't know if all the enemies are killed, make sure you use up your mana. Unless you're running a mana conservative deck, then it really doesn't matter.
Your hand. Rotten meat. Bottom bar. End. Your hand. Fire. Mana cost 1. Fire. Mana cost. Daze. Mana cost 1. Action.
Let's
Select a
go.
target. Target ogre. Health 10/10. Rotten meat.
Make
Mana
the
cost 0.
ogre
Food.
crazy?
Take 3. Bottom bar. Enter. Your hand. Rotten meat. Mana cost. Vanquisher. Mana cost 3. Web. Pumpkin. Mana cost 0. Fire. Mana cost 1. Select a target. Target ogre. Attack 4. Rotten meat. Mana cost 0. Vanquisher. Mana. Pumpkin. Mana cost 0. Fire. Mana cost 1. Select a target. Target ogre. Attack 2. Target exploder. Attack 2. Rotten meat. Mana cost. Vanquisher. Mana cost. Pumpkin. Mana cost. Bottom bar. End turn. Your hand. Pumpkin. Attack 2.
All right.
Exploder. Attacks. Player info. Bottom bar. End turn. Draw a card. Disable. End turn. Enemy turn. Left weapon. Fish appears. Your turn. Left weapon. Nothing equipped.
Yeah, we weren't even close to being
Double tap to
done.
select.
I thought we were close.
Your hand. Fire. Mana. Bottom bar. End. Your hand. Fire. Mana cost 1. Select a target. Target fish. Attack 2. Target ogre. Attack 2. Target exploder. Attack 3. Options. Fish. Attack 2. Ogre. Exploder. Player info. Bottom bar. Options bar. Fish. Attack 2. Ogre. Health 6. Exploder. Attack. Player info. Left. Bottom bar. End turn. Draw a card. Stupor. Player info. Your hand. Stupor. Select a target. Target fish. Health 10/10. Fire. Mana cost 1. Act. Bottom bar. Enter. Your hand. Fire. Mana cost 1. Not enough mana. Bottom bar. Enter.
We have no more shields,
Enemy
but
turn.
everybody's confused. 2 of them
Fish
at
deals 2
least.
damage to Ellie. Ogre is asleep. Exploder deals 1 damage to you. Your turn.
I love when everyone's confused.
Options bar. Options. Fish. Attack. Ogre. Attack 5. Exploder. Attack. Player info. Your hand. Fire. Bottom bar. Enter. Your hand. Fire. Select a target. Target fish. Health 10/10. Target ogre. Health 6/10. Fire. Mana cost 1. Action. Bottom bar. Your hand. Fire. Select a target. Target fish. Health 10/ Target ogre. Health 4/10. Options. Fish. Attack 3. Ogre. Attack. Exploder. Attack. Player info. Left. Bottom bar. End turn.
Pro tip
Button.
number 3.
Double tap to select.
Even if you've got everybody confused, you still need to make somebody vulnerable for a one hit kill. So a one shot, in other words. It's a common expression in video games. So don't make everybody weak unless you can kill everybody with an area of effect. So make at least one enemy able to be punched out. In this case, the serpent is confused. The ogre is confused. I want at least one of them to go down if they become too problematic.
Options bar. Options. Fish. Attack 3. Ogre. Exploder. Attack. Player info. Left weapon. Nothing equal. Bottom bar. End turn. Draw a card. Shell. Player info.
Oh, we got a
Mana
shell
0
back.
Your hand. Shell. Bottom bar. End turn. Draw a card. Disable. Button. End turn. Enemy turn. Fish deals 3 damage to Ellie. Ogre defeated. Plus 2 coins. Exploder deals 2 damage to you. Your turn.
The good thing is the fish killed the ogre, and we get the experience in the loot, which is good. I would love in version 2, when the fish kills an enemy, when it kills an ally, it's one of its allies, it goes up in level. That'd be so fun. Like Conjury 2 would be a monster.
Loot bag. Add to your deck.
Okay, let's see what we got.
Blaze. Mana cost 2. Action. He. Deal 6 damage. You can only play this when your heat level is over 1.
So with Quill,
Button.
Blaze is not very
Double tap to
useful.
select.
I mean, let me know in the comments if you're using Blaze in a shell game. I don't use Blaze. I mean, sometimes. When I first played Quill, I thought it was a great card.
Revenge. Mana cost 6. Action. Deal 6 damage. Cost 1 less for each time you have blocked with a shield this battle.
We're gonna get our second revenge.
Swipe. Mana cost 0. Action. Deal 1 damage.
You know,
Button.
Swipe is a good
Double tap to
card if
select.
you can power it up, but I'm gonna take
Revenge. Mana cost
Revenge.
6. Options. Fish. Attack 2. Exploder. Player info. Your hand. Bottom bar. Your hand. Revenge. Mana cost 2. Action. Deal 6 damage. Costs 1 less for each time you have blocked with a shield this battle.
Pro tip number 3.
Button.
All
Double tap to
revenge.
select.
Once revenge has lowered its cost, all revenge cards follow the same rules. So, if your revenge in your current deck is costing you 0 because you've already shield blocked 6 times, all revenges that you add to your hand will also be at 0 mana cost.
Bottom bar. Enter. Your hand. Revenge. Fire. Mana cost. Shell. Mana cost 3. Shield block. Select a target. Equip left. Fire. Mana cost 1. At bottom bar. And your hand. Revenge. Not enough mana. Bottom bar. End turn. Your hand. Revenge. Fire. Not enough mana. Bottom bar. End turn.
It's in a turn.
Enemy turn. Fish deals 2 damage to ally. Fire. Normal appears. Your turn.
Man, that fish is doing some work. He's already done 5 damage for me.
Bottom bar. Enter your hand. Fire. Mana cost 1. Revenge. Mana cost 1. Action. Fire. Mana cost. Select a target. Target fish. Health 10/10. Target normal. Health 10/10. Fire.
Let's
Mana
help
cost
that.
1. Action.
Let's help that
Deal 2
fish
damage.
kill the normal.
Freeze. Block 2 damage.
So that
Double tap to
normal
select.
is like this. Half scream.
Bottom bar. End turn. Draw a card. End turn. Your hand. Fire. Mana cost 1. Select a target. Target fish. Health 10 slash. Target normal. Health 8/10. Fire. Mana cost 1. Action. He. Bottom bar. End turn. Draw a card. Disable. End turn. Enemy turn. Normal deals 3 damage to you. Exploder deals 2 damage to you. Your turn.
Oh boy, those two are hurting me bad.
Options bar. Option. Fish. Normal.
Think we are gonna
Attack 3.
die.
Player info. Left. Your hand. Fire. Bottom bar. Enter. Your hand. Revenge. Mana cost 0. Action. Select a
All
target.
right.
Target fish. Health 5/10.
Our revenge is now 0.
Target normal. Health 4/10. Fire. Normal defeated.
Now we can
Fire.
start
Mana cost
burning.
1. Bottom bar. Exit level.
Oh, we can get out now. Good.
Double tap to
So,
select.
pro tip number 4, if you can't beat them, run. Remember pro tip number 1? Survive. Stay alive.
Exit level. Bottom bar. End turn. Enemy turn. Your hand. Bottom bar. End turn. Fish deals 2 damage to you.
I screwed
Exploder
up.
deals 3 damage to you. Your turn.
I screwed up and hit the end button. Sorry about that. That was my fault.
Exit level. Bottom bar. End turn. Your hand. Fire. Mana cost 1. Action. Revenge. Mana cost 0. Select a target. Target fish. Health 5/10. Target exploder. Health 1/10. Cancel. Target exploder. Target fish. Health 5. Target fish. Health 5. Button. Target exploder. Health 1. Target fish. Health 5/10.
Let's kill the fish.
Bottom bar. Food bag. Add to your hand. Scallions. Mana cost 0. Action. Give action cards in your hand plus 2 damage. Can only be used once.
Scallions is a very
Button.
helpful card.
Double
It's
tap to
0
select.
cost, so you can always take a scallion and you're not doing anything bad.
Pepper. Mana cost 1. Food. Give all your equipment plus 2 durability. Can only be used once.
In a shell game, you want
Double tap to
pepper.
select.
Pepper's your number 1 food card other than staying alive.
Radish. Mana cost. Pepper. Mana cost. Exit level. Bottom bar. And exit level. Bottom bar. And your hand. Fire. Mana cost. Player info. Left weapon. Nothing equipped. Right weapon. Nothing equipped.
And we have no equipment, so it doesn't matter.
Your hand. Fire. Mana cost 1. Daze. Mana cost 2. Active fire. Mana. Select a target. Target exploder. Attack 2. Daze. Mana cost. Bottom bar. End turn. Draw a card.
Draw a card.
End turn. Your hand. Fire. Mana cost 1. Select a target. Target exploder. Attack 0. Cancel.
We don't
Daze.
have anything
Mana
to
cost 2.
do.
Action. Deal 2. Player info. Exploder. Options bar. Exploder. Player info. Your hand. Bottom bar. End turn. Draw a card. End turn. Your hand. Fish. Mana cost 0. Daze. Bottom bar. End. Draw a card. Disable. End turn. Enemy turn. Your turn.
So it can't do anything. It's by itself. This is my favorite part of any level, when they have no more backup.
Exit level. Bottom bar. End turn. Your hand. Fire. Mana cost 1. Select a target. Target exploder. Attack 3. Daze. Mana cost 2. Action. Player info. Your hand. Daze. Pepper. Mana cost 1. Fire. Mana cost. Select a target. Target exploder. Attack 1. Daze. Mana cost 1. Action. Pepper. Mana cost 0.
I've already
Food.
switched
Give all your equipment
over
plus 2
to
durability.
fire.
Bottom bar. End turn. Draw a card. End turn. Your hand. Vanquisher. Mana cost 3. Weapon. Attack. Bottom bar. End turn. Draw a card. Disable. End turn. Enemy turn. Your turn. Exit level. Exit level. Bottom bar. End turn. Your hand. Fire. Mana cost. Vanquisher. Mana. Fire. Mana cost. Vanquisher. Select a target. Equip left. Equip right. Daze. Mana cost. Bottom bar. Your hand. Fire. Mana cost 1. Not enough mana.
Oh, another little strategy, pro tip 5. Sometimes I will take a weapon in anticipation of the night event, where then this wandering hedge knight will actually want you to give him a weapon. Give him the Vanquisher. You have a really good chance, maybe 60%, that he'll actually give you a trinket. So one of the little tricks is to take a trash weapon. Because if you do events, you're bound to get that silly little guy running around, the hedge knight, who wants a weapon really bad. He's like lost, and he's a big pathetic loser, and he basically wants you to give him your weapons that you've worked hard for, because he's too lazy to go out there and get his own weapons. So, you know, he's you can get a junk weapon and then just give it over to the and you don't have to worry about the game suggesting too many cards. Whenever you have cards in your deck, of course, the system will suggest weapons and action cards and complementary items. But that's fine. Just give the weapon to the knight. Now, you're not always going to get this combo, but it's a far-fetched combo, but it does work occasionally. I've really never implemented it because I just thought of it, but it's a great way to take advantage of the fact that when you're on level 1, it doesn't matter. When you're in your first ladder, but by the time you're on the second or third ladder, you get that event and you're like, how do I take advantage of this event? Well, if your deck's really clean, it's okay to leave a little spot to give away something. Another thing to keep in mind, folks, when you are pro tip number 6, if you're going to be dealing with the spirit and taking that, if you're going to take the spirit's little card that does nothing in exchange for a bit of a boost, make sure you leave at least one deck space open because you're going to have a dead card. So if your maximum deck is 15, leave it at 14 so that if the spirit gives you a card, your deck isn't too slow. Okay, so those are just some extra tips. That's tip number 6, pro tip number 5, which is grab an extra junk weapon to give to the knight. And pro tip number 6, if you're going to take the spirit's card, make sure you don't make your deck max. Because once your deck goes over 17, it's starting to get super slow.
Bottom bar, end turn.
Now, the only deck that can get really redonkulously huge is going to be a Desire deck. Because it doesn't really matter. With Desire, every card is amazing because you're running Denier, Vanquisher. You've got everything you want and need. It doesn't matter what comes. Whatever you draw is great. It's gravy because you're getting double cards every pull. So yeah, and you've got Gleam. So yeah, Desire decks are just destructive. They can just kill anything, you know.
Exit level. Bottom bar.
Okay, we can get out
Disable.
now.
Your hand. Player info. Exploder. Options bar. Exploder. Player info. Your hand. Bottom bar. Enter. Your hand. Fire. Mana cost 1. Action. Pepper. Mana cost 0. Jase. Mana cost. Bottom bar. End turn. Draw card. Disable. End turn. Enemy turn. Exploder deals 2 damage to you.
Oh, I didn't see him.
End game. Button.
I'm so sorry. I killed myself. I could have got out. Oh, God. That was probably the worst play you've ever seen me do. I forgot there was an enemy left. That's what happens when I'm focusing on the STG version of it. I ruin a perfectly good deck because we could have gotten out. Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. Again, this has been the Shell Game Part 2. I'm going to see if I can do the Shell Game Part 3. Again, this is not a playthrough. It's more of a strategy session. I like these. They're relaxing. And yes, that was a terrible play. Thank you, MyNoise, for your music, for, calming me down a little bit. But yeah, folks, I just thought I'd explain some rules of the Shell Game. This has been part 2 of that. Again, I played that horribly. You've got to pay attention to what monsters are currently on the field. But again, it doesn't matter. I'll be playing Quill until I beat it. I am currently on Quill for Platinum, so I'm going to keep playing it till I actually beat it. So right now, I'm just going to go ahead and end this recording. I know I love to continue, but I got to go. So thank you very much, everybody, for coming. I appreciate you. And come back again next Thursday for our Conjury Thursdays, where mastering the cards is the most important thing. So take care, everyone. Bye-bye.